Talk about how you got the cops called on you in Miami.
Yo, so, you know we have to host the daily Twitter Spaces. And you know Twitter Spaces gets a little intense. We raised our voice a little bit. So we're in Miami, but we're staying in this sort of like secluded, like quiet
Coral
neighborhood.
Gables, that neighborhood, that area.
Yeah, there you go.
That show's a third world country, bro, but go on.
And it was probably like 1, 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I'm outside doing a Twitter Spaces, and I'm not gonna lie. I had a little caffeine. I took a little cold shower before, and I was letting it rip, bro. I was screaming like there was no fucking tomorrow. And I hook a corner, turn left, and I'm walking down the street, and there's just like a cop car with the lights on, just like parked. And I was like, should I keep going? Like, should I stop? What's the deal? So I was like, fuck it. We're on Spaces. Like, numbers going up. The more I scream, the more it goes up. I'm going to keep screaming. And I'm walking down the street, mic in my mouth, just like yelling. The cop rolls the window down, and they're like, yo. And I look in. I was a little, yo. They're like, are you good? I was like, yeah, I'm good. Like, did something happen?
Great.
I was like, I'm great. Are you, like, did something happen? And she was like, we got a fucking noise complaint from a 20-year-old Zoomer with a fucking broccoli head screaming as he walks down the street. Like, can I help you? I was like, ma'am, there's 200 people in this space. Can I help you? And look, we called it. We went our separate ways. But all I want to say is if your favorite Twitter Spaces host is not getting the cops called from a noise complaint, they don't want it bad enough.
That's true. That's true. Honestly, yo, I got to see Farouk in some fucking handcuffs, or else I'm not supporting his Spaces anymore, dude. Oh man, bro, I'm honestly like, what a shit show that entire fucking house situation was. Like, also, I'm so glad like Champ is like doing something right now, probably talking to his therapist from all the dead bugs. But like, dude, there were so many dead bugs in his room, bro.
Dude, there were so many fucking dead bugs.
Dude, and this is the best part is like before Champ got there, it was like me, Cross, like TG, and like Leap, and we're like trying to figure out the room situation. And then like we're like, I was panicking because I'm like, dude, like Champ and his girl are on their way here. They don't have a fucking room. So like we're like, dude, at first like, so like this is what Leap and I did. We went to your room. We like pulled out like the couch into the bed, and then we like tried to make the bed make it look nice, make it look like inviting. And then Leap's like, all right, like let's test it out. So him and I both laid on the bed, and I swear to God, I was only laying on the bed for like maybe like 7 seconds, dude. Like
you got arthritis,
bro. Like my spine got dislocated, dude. Like I don't know, like I don't know how you guys did it. And I remember,
So was that all you did to test it out, though?
Hey, yeah, is that all you did, bro?
Yeah,
dude, there was a lot of man, there's a lot of suspect behavior going on in that house. I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah,
like,
mainly with TG over here. I'm not gonna point fingers, but this
y'all, if you haven't, if you're watching this podcast and you haven't seen the fucking the amount of pictures that were taken of ThreadGuy in like a 4-day span at this house, like he's posted up like a model in front of these mirrors, bro, like crazy, dude, crazy. He put on a suit and went to his Tally Labs dinner, but it was a house full of grinders, man. Miami is dope. Luca and Frank were dope. Every fucking Beeple was there. Crazy. Met some legends.
Dude, Gary V, Gordon Goner, like just so many fucking awesome people, bro.
I'll say like house shit aside, Basil and just like IRL NFT events, like that really opened my eyes and changed my perspective from what you can get out of an IRL event. And like Kevin, it feels like you leveled the fuck up at Art Basel.
Dude, I feel the same exact way, and thank you for saying that. But like it's weird because it's like I do feel like I like leveled up in the sense that like I got to like make these like connections that like I never even thought were possible. But I also didn't film anything, so like I like it feels fucking like I feel extremely accomplished and like extremely unaccomplished at the same time. But I mean, it was what it was, and like, dude, I enjoyed every second of it. How are you feeling right now, TG? Like after coming from like Basel and like experiencing everything that you did, what are your thoughts right now?
Bro, I left Basel on a high. Like same perspective as you. Went there to film. Didn't even film a single frame to one video, but from like a networking connections perspective. It was like, it's the second event I've been to, went to NFT NYC, first one where I felt like I really had a platform and had an opportunity to leverage it and meet people. And that's what we did at Basel. Like, we were out all day, every day, meeting people, going to events, like learning cool shit, talking to people. And I really left feeling motivated as hell that, okay, kind of got my foot in the door, but now it's time to really plant the flag and show everyone you belong. Like, that's the coolest thing about Basel is, like, at any event, at any room, at any function, like, you never know who's to your left, who's to your right. And, like, literally one handshake, you could meet a life-changing connection, which is, you can't get that anywhere else.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was also, for me, bro, a reminder of how many people there are that are still successful and making a lot of money and fucking crushing it in the space that just aren't the loud voices in the shit posters on Twitter. Like, the amount of people that I spoke to down there that are still, like, running really, really interesting, like, just crushing it with, like, different projects or sort of, like, protocols, or just raising money for and spending a fuck ton of time building actual NFT and crypto products. It's kind of different than I feel like what you would think if, like, you just sort of saw, you know, like, the Twitter down bad side of things, which is a good reminder, right? To go see people in person and be like, oh, this is, like, actual real people. And usually a lot of the time the loudest voices are, like, the most negative. Do you know what I mean?
For sure.
And to that point, Champ, like, I feel like one thing I learned at Basel that really opened my mind was there's this whole world of people building in Web3, whether it's NFTs, crypto, whatever, that are really smart, really bright, and doing some incredible things. And they're not in our silo on Twitter. And I feel like it's easy to lose sight of that, where it feels like everything is happening on Twitter. Don't get me wrong, a lot of it is, but there's this entire other world where there's
so much of it isn't, bro. But so much of it isn't, though. Like, and it's so crazy because, like, you get sucked into this thing whenever you're, like, a quote unquote influencer. You know what I mean? Where you like directly attribute sort of, like, engagement or, like, Twitter activity to someone's success. And the reality is, bro, like, Kevin, we were with Luca a lot while we were there. Like, recently Luca's tweets have been banging because, like, Pudgy Penguins are pumping. But, like, take someone like Luca, right? Building $100 million businesses, fucking crushing it, doing massive deals behind the scene in Web3, and until recently, like, didn't even really, like, tweet very much. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much shit.
Yeah.
Or, like, a Kevin D. Gods, right? Like, that dude is, like, he barely knows how to use Twitter, right? But huge player in the space.
Dude, I even got to see it from, like, just, like, the holder side too. I remember at NFT Now, it was, like, me, Kevin D. Gods, and, like, Frank. And we were walking around, and, like, this dude stopped Frank. He's like, yo, like, you know, I'm like a whale. And he showed us his fucking, like, D-God collection. And this guy, like, swear to God, had, like, at least, like, I think, like, $250,000 just worth of just rare D-Gods. He's had, like tens, if not, like, 20s of, like, other D-Gods aside from just the rare ones.
I think I actually know what guy you're talking about.
Bro, like, and Frank was like, this is crazy. Like, let me see your fucking, like, Twitter. And, like, the dude had, like, less than 50 followers. Like, he was only following, like, Frank, Utes, D-Gods, and, like, Dust Labs. Like, that's it. He doesn't care.
ThreadGuy.
Yeah. I don't know about that, gang. But it just kind of, like, it goes to show that it's like, dude, like Twitter isn't the fucking real world. Like, Twitter isn't the actual state of, like, how things are. And, like, there's so many people who don't give a fuck about this Twitter shit, and they're just fucking whales. They're holders, they're builders, they're this or that. It's like, none of this shit really matters. Which is why, please, everyone, pump our fucking numbers on Twitter right now, because it matters so much.